This lesson will focus on the development of music and movement for kindergarten and early primary age children. Think about 5-year-olds that you have encountered in your past experiences. What are they like? Have you noticed that they like to please? They're kind of like conformists. They want to make sure they're doing the right thing. They love positive feedback, and they're very sensitive to both praise and blame. 5-year-olds love to move. They love to use their bodies, and they need a lot of time and space in order to do so. They have endless amounts of energy. And they're beginning to develop new physical skills, more coordination. For example, they can now skip on alternate feet. They can gallop. Talking is something that 5-year-olds really enjoy doing. It's their way of exploring language. They use more description in their words. They can say small, smaller, smallest, big, bigger, gigantic. It's really exciting to have conversations with 5-year-olds. And musically, they're becoming good at rhyming. 5-year-olds are also fairly independent. They like to do things for themselves, and they're also very protective of their younger siblings and other children. Let's take a minute now to think about what can 5-year-olds do musically. 5-year-olds are now able to refine the musical skills that they've been previously learning. They may be able to read the words of simple songs. They can often play instruments accurately. They're beginning, or they may be beginning, to show an interest in taking formal dance or music lessons. And they're better able to synchronize their body movements with rhythm, which makes it awfully fun to watch them dance. Take a moment now to pause this lesson and see the fabulous skills of the 5-year-old singing and playing her ukulele. In the previous slides, we looked at 5-year-olds. In this slide, we're going to focus on the vocal characteristics of 5 to 8-year-olds, which we call children in their early primary years. These children have voices that are light and small in nature. And although they often can't sing in tune, they can sing chants and easy tonal patterns. They're able to sing short melodies in major, minor, or pentatonic scales. They can sing melodies easily with one note to a syllable. They can sing repeated rhythmic patterns with accuracy. They have more vocal control, so they can sing softly and loudly. They can also sing melodies with or without some accompaniment. Listening. Listening is the foundation for all musical understanding. That's because in order to understand music, we first must be able to focus on the sound source. Where is the sound coming from? What is the sound? We need to remember the sound source, and then we need to respond to that sound source. Listening is a skill. It needs to be nurtured, just like all the other skills we help children to develop. To nurture listening, we need to provide experiences. These experiences need to be frequent and diverse. For older children, 5 years old and up, they must also involve some thinking and some reasoning. So a discussion is always mandatory. Some ideas for promoting listening with kindergartners and early primary children are letting them listen to recorded instrument sounds, perhaps listening to a piano, a drum, a guitar, and seeing if they could distinguish the difference between the instruments. From there, we may make the challenge a little more difficult. Perhaps we have a guitar, a ukulele, and a banjo, and we see if they can distinguish between the three of those instruments that are kind of similar. For more ideas on how to promote good listening in children, you can look on page 143 in the Edwards textbook.